Before they went back to school, kids with songs stuck in their heads learned how to get them out. A dozen youngsters got in tune with their own creativity, making memories and melodies.
I was a kid who loved music early on, just like these kids. And I wasn't necessarily a good band student or choir student, but I loved the idea of making music with my friends.
At a young age, James Hirsch found a way to express himself with amplifiers, strings, and a microphone.
And we just put together a band ourselves and just made up our songs and made up our arrangements of other people's songs. And so I just loved it right away. And the way it allowed me to interact with people, as opposed to when I didn't have a guitar, which sometimes was hard for me. The guitar allowed me all of a sudden to be interactive, to be a little more assertive, a little more confident, and gave me a voice. Very high. Yes. And do you remember there was one more thing? What was that, Ian?
As an adult, James was approached by his daughter's teacher, influencing him to share that experience with new generations of musicians.
I thought that maybe kids could make up their own songs if we just let them be creative, and it seemed to work right away. It led to some positive interaction between the kids, and so we thought, let's just keep doing this. So other teachers jumped in. We'll make words that will talk about what? What are we going to talk about?
His time spent teaching music began to crescendo.
And then I started doing entire schools, where I'd write 28, 29 songs with classrooms, and so it got kind of crazy. And I've been doing it ever since, and I probably do 12 or 13 schools a year now.
This summer, James continued his musical mission in places known more for silence than singing.
They allow me to make noise in a place that sometimes you're not supposed to make noise so much. It began to shake, it began to break. And I think that they value the idea that the kids come into the library with a purpose, with a mission, and they like the idea of expanding their vocabulary of words by writing songs. Maybe sometimes it even does lead to some literacy goals that they have. But more than anything, I think it's just the idea that the library is a place to discover things. And the kids come here with me to discover themselves. Will I get tossed up to the sky?
Each new class starts with students' ideas.
I want to make up a song that reflects whoever the group is I'm with. I want it to be their identity. I want it to be their ideas. I want them to decide everything from tempo, key, feel, besides the words. But the story is always the most important thing for me. I always like a story, a narrative of some kind. And for kids, it could be, aliens. It could be panda bears. Could be a unicorn. It could be any number of things. But a lot of times, it's something that has a little piece of them in it, a little secret to who they are.
Did you ever wonder if a horse could write a song for a chicken while flying a kite?
For the kids, it's a unique chance to share those secrets, not in a whisper, but on paper and in tune.
Did you ever wonder?
I think my favorite part was writing the songs, because of course it's really fun also singing them, but I think writing the songs just makes it really fun for the class.
I kind of like when they were talking about the flowers once. Like I made up that part.
It's one of many ways that you can tap into kids' sense of self, identity, as well as teamwork. It's not the only way, but it's a great way because music has got a particularly powerful connecting attribute. So I think that it's just good for kids to know inside they're creative and unique, but that they also can work together to create a group voice that says a story about all of them.
Some had sung their own words before.
I like writing songs and I like singing, so it was really fun.
Others discovered a new passion with a pencil.
Songs are very nice and, well, they bring some feelings up, like happiness, sadness. I was proud. Feel good, I really liked it.
I encourage them to write songs just as they walk home from school, to the beat of their steps, or the rhythm of something they hear in the world. And let that lead them into a story that they could create.
While not all of James' students over the years have kept writing, many still remember their rhymes and rhythms.
They keep in touch. Sometimes they email me. I had a young man email me from college. He was on the bus to school up at UMD and taking a bus to school, and he was laughing to himself, he said, because he was singing the song we made up in kindergarten. Grandma's boys say, I'm so glad you survived.
Through the past 18 years, James has found his forte.
I found that I need to engage them constantly. Like dead air is not good. So I just keep them flowing and connected with me, and that's the most important thing. Just keep connected.
And the kids aren't the only ones learning in class.
Their songs always surprise me. Their ideas, the way they take a phrase and turn it a little bit from what I would think.
There's a car parked in my driveway, plain as it could be.
I have taken kids' ideas and turned them into songs of my own, yes. I love they give me ideas and perspectives I wouldn't have had.
Following the lyrical lessons, students say they're leaving with more than a CD.
If you've never come to this class, it's really fun and you get to meet someone who can help you like learn how to be a better songwriter or a better singer, and he just like shows you what to do, and you can meet people, and there's even candy involved. So very fun.
My favorite part is like all the girls I made one friend in the class. They're fun always.
I didn't know any of them before, but I would make friends with some of them like during the class.
I think it's, again, the power of music, the way music changes us for the better.
Did you ever wonder if a horse could write a song for a chicken while flying a kite?
James also teaches at schools and churches throughout the year. For more information on performances and classes, go to his website at reachwithme.com.